Yeah, so Bobby, I just went and saw the new Deadpool game.
No way, did you?
Yeah.
And you didn't even invite me.
I didn't want you to be there because I didn't want you to ruin it for me.
You didn't want me to be there.
I didn't want you to ruin it for me.
That's me.
This was my little experience, my little slice of heaven, and
I can't believe you didn't invite me to the Deadpool game.
Oh, well, I would have if I could have, but I didn't.
Really?
So
come on, man. But you could chop off my head and I would still be alive, but that just tore my heart out.
Ouch. Well, Deadpool's kind of heartless. But you know what? I gotta say, I was actually, they hadn't really shown a lot of gameplay yet of it, and it was like first time I'd heard of anyone getting hands-on with the game or anything. But it, I was a little worried about it because of that. But I gotta say, they really, really nailed Deadpool's personality.
Really?
Yeah, like they totally nailed him. Like as far as the writing goes, they have Daniel Way, like when the guy that wrote the original Deadpool series, came in to write the game, and they got the humor. There's a few parts where it's still like a little too childish for you, but like for the most part, it's dead on. And
I think people were worried about the game because of that the pricing structure of it.
Yeah,
it's like value price, but I think was an iconic character, right?
Yeah.
And High Moon Studios.
Yeah, no.
High Moon made 2 good Transformers games.
Yeah, exactly. They did fine with like.
So I've trusted they
haven't franchises.
They haven't had a bad thing so far.
You know what? I'm gonna scoot over so you can get on this camera, Bobby. I just want to see more. I want everyone to be able to see your beautiful face. Yeah, but the other thing that I wasn't quite ready for is I knew it was going to be like immature and kind of like toilet humor and vulgarity because that's just kind of staples of the Deadpool franchise. But what I didn't realize is this was going to because it's a mature game, they're like, oh, screw it, we can cuss, we can do whatever, we can get really over the top, and they really go for it. Like there's a theme song when they introduce Cable, and there's just a button that says, who the fuck is this guy? Tap A to find out who the fuck this is. And then there's just a song, and the whole song is just
that's fantastic.
Cable, but it's all disco style.
Oh, so it's just like the comics, how he breaks that wall.
Yeah, he's breaking the fourth wall of video games too. Like he's completely aware. Like it starts off, and he's like calling people and be like, "Hey, did you get my video game pitch?" And then they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna pass." And then all of a sudden he pushes a button, and they call him back after you hear the explosion in the background. He calls up Nolan North to harass him about doing his voice in the game.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. You can Deadpool's apartment.
Wait, does Nolan North do the voice of Deadpool? That's ridiculous. That guy, does he have time? Does he have time to do the voice
in between episodes of Castle? He's making Deadpool games.
You know what? From these screenshots, it looks good.
Yeah, it is.
I can't tell you how good it looks because I wasn't there.
If you played games, you're just never going to let this one go.
It's like my heart is a pool of death to you right now.
You're so jealous. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll be getting a review copy. The other thing I really liked about Deadpool, though, is it is kind of a standard hack and slash game. It reminded me a little bit of Bayonetta, which is one of my favorite games. And I really like hack and slash games. So I don't see that as a bad thing, and I think there's no real way you're going to be able to do a Deadpool game and expect it to have an extreme amount of depth.
It's fun. Yeah. He's pulling out swords and guns. What else do you expect? Yeah.
I mean, they have a pretty the combo system is very open-ended. I mean, it's extremely open-ended, and you have ridiculous over-the-top weapons. I was using bear traps to catch the higher level enemies, the big grunts with the mini guns and stuff like that. You throw bear traps out, they get caught in it, and then you just run up with your katanas and slash the crap out of them. You get some super moves. You get to do things like you stand on your katana and spin around with a gun. There's stealth executions. The stealth executions seem more like just side gags in the missions right now. I haven't played any of the later missions, but in the early mission it was just kind of a very Wile E. Coyote moment where you were Bugs Bunny, where you sneak up on somebody and you tap them on the shoulder, they turn around, they don't see you, and then you just stab them to death instead of handing them an Acme bomb or whatever.
So they're gag kills.
Gag kills, yeah. The stealth kills are very jokey. Obviously.
So my main thing, right?
Yeah.
Gameplay sounds fantastic. It's Deadpool. I feel a lot of people would try it, and
as they should.
And you know what? I don't think there's a lot of high on it. just because.
I don't know. Honestly, I
that's
get
a
what
good
you're
thing
saying.
for it. That's a good thing for it.
Honestly, yeah, I think that's going to work in their
my
favor.
main thing for you is, did you get any swag?
No, there was no Deadpool swag.
Okay, because if you walked out of there with a Deadpool mask, I'm walking out of this stream right now.
Yeah, I did not get a Deadpool mask, so don't worry. And if I did, I'd be wearing it right now and rubbing it in your face. But yeah, no, the game's looking cool. I'm definitely not worried now. Like, I was a little concerned, but now I feel better because even if you don't play it for the gameplay, you're going to play it for the plot, and the plot is totally what this game is about. And they've taken the right direction with the humor and the over the top ridiculousness of it. They've kind of changed the voices in his head a little bit. Like, one's kind of like hey, we need to like be focusing and like doing this, and the other one's just like chimichanga, you know. But that one's kind of normal. But like, yeah, the one that's a little more level-headed, you're not kind of used to Deadpool having a voice of reason, so to speak.
Yeah, he's not that guy.
Yeah. But they've totally, like, once again, like they did with the Transformers games, they totally nailed the style and personality. So yeah, that's
I trust that studio because unless they build something to fail, I'll keep trusting them.
Yeah, exactly. But Deadpool coming out just in June.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just around the corner. So I think that's like right after E3 we'll get Deadpool.
Okay.
Yeah.